Good evening. My name is Eugene Peterson. I'm the chair of the Anne Arundel County Human Relations Commission. This is our December meeting. The Anne Arundel County Human Relations Commission is part of the charter. We became a chartered commission in 2020. Prior to that, we were appointed by executive action. So we're formally a part of Anne Arundel County. We have a primary responsibility of attacking and looking at and addressing allegations of housing discrimination by code in the county. And we have a broader charge to make Anne Arundel County the best place for all. And we are pleased that all of you who have joined us can be here tonight. And with that, oops. Oh, shoot, I zoomed myself out.
We can still hear you.
Oh, okay, good. You can't see me though.
No, we see a picture of you, and I don't know if the lovely lady's your wife or not.
Oh, okay. No, yes. Okay. I'm trying to get back into my jeez. Trying to figure out what I did here. You guys can bear with me for a moment. Oh, here we are. Okay. Why don't we start with the roll call? The Commissioner Agbula, you can say present.
Present.
Commissioner Katie Edwards has an excused absence. She's out of the country. Commissioner Apter, absent.
Commissioner Apter is here. He's
He is
on mute
here?
at the moment.
Okay. Commissioner Apter?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, good. Glad that you could make it.
Yeah.
Commissioner Call?
Present.
Vice Chair Clapsaddle has an excused absence. Lisa Sorrow is with us. She is standing in for Commissioner Karpowitz.
Correct. Present.
Okay. Commissioner Daydoni,
Present.
Commissioner Gaskin, okay. I can't remember. Commissioner Gaskin is absent. I'll check my records to make sure that she didn't send me an email. Secretary Hatcher has an excused absence. Commissioner Farinas is absent. Commissioner Khalid Saeed is absent. Commissioner Goodman.
Present.
Thank you. And I am here, Chairman Peterson. Let me. And sitting in for. Okay. Why don't we, all of you have copies or have had a chance to get copies of the minutes. I know they were got out late. Does anyone need extra time to review the minutes of the previous meeting, November 15th? Okay, the chair would entertain a motion to accept the minutes with any minor corrections that are needed. Is there a motion to accept the minutes?
This is Commissioner Dodoni. I move we accept the minutes provided for the previous meeting, subject to any minor editorial corrections which may be found.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Commissioner Apter. Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. We'll now move on to the that was unanimous. We'll now move on to the discussion piece that I have.
Commissioner Peterson,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I note that Commissioner Gaskin has joined us.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you. Okay, we now have a quorum. And now we'll go to, I wanted to update the commission on a meeting that I attended. I sent everybody out the Google Notes on that meeting. Did you all get them?
Yes.
I believe you did. Okay, great. This meeting was called together by a number of civil rights activists in the county, with the idea being to form a new civil rights alliance. In fact, when the meeting was over, the name alliance was what was tentatively agreed to. The group is in early stages of formation. Some of the participants, and you saw them in the notes, but a lot of them come from the LGBTQ plus community. We were involved, and there were invitations to both the Caucus of African American Leaders in the county NAACP, which will still be pursued to become active members of the group. There was much discussion about what the group could and would do. And the idea was that the next meeting, we'd start to formulate a plan. We would discuss elements of that plan. We would seek further membership with other allies. And we also would recognize that we have an excellent opportunity in the next 4 years, given the outcome of the county elections and statewide elections, to really push for a forward-looking civil rights agenda for Anne Arundel County and the state. Vice Chair Clapsaddle also was issued an invitation. He could not attend. I attended in his stead. I will, with your concurrence, continue to attend these meetings and bring back notes and information. The only advisory comment that I have is, since the alliance is so new, the idea was that we would share this internally, the notes, and not generally share them with the public until the group is ready to come out and formally announce their existence. Any questions, having looked at the notes from the meeting and my brief presentation of the direction that the group would want to take. Okay, hearing no other comments, as I said, the vice chair and I will continue to attend these meetings, and we will get back to you with all the information about the direction this group is headed. And if the group decides to formally organize and present an agenda. Okay, I will give you an update on our PACE Humanitarian Award. As I said at the last meeting, I apologize for the way we did this. In the future, hoping that the breakfast will still continue on in the county. We will, early on in the year, under the guidance of our vice chair, seek nominees. Abby Ellicott became our nominee. Some background information, I sent background information on Abby out to all of you. She's very active in the LGBTQ plus community, also in Anne Arundel County Public Schools. She helped get us to understand why it was important to support the change in LGBTQ plus policy at the school district. We provided testimony to that effect in support of those changes and the guidance that would be issued. And in the tradition of Dr. King, I think she provides good servant leadership. So having said all that, we've got all her information to the breakfast committee, and I guess I'd entertain, since we should formalize this, a motion to approve what's already been done.
Are you still the chair of the breakfast committee?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
This is Commissioner Tedoni. I move
Yeah.
that we formally nominate Abby Ellicott as our nominee for, is it the PACE Award? Eugene?
Yes, PACE
The
Humanitarian.
PACE Award at the Martin Luther King Jr. Breakfast.
Is there a second?
This is
I'll second.
Gaskin. I'm sorry. Go on,
Pardon?
Z.
I'll
Z
second. This
it.
is Commissioner Goodman.
Okay. Discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Thank you. And I did send everybody out information on the breakfast. I will briefly say that the tickets, we kept them at a $35 minimum for about 10 years. The price of all items has gone up. So the tickets this year are $50 a ticket. I would hope that as many commissioners as possible could attend that Monday, January 16th morning breakfast and support our nominee, and also the nominee of the Anne Arundel Coalition of Tenants, which is Commissioner Gaskin. Congratulations, Commissioner Gaskin.
Thank you.
So we have one of our own that's being honored at the event.
Chairman Peterson,
Yes.
is it possible for those of us who choose to go to be able to sit together?
We can work that out. I would suggest that what you do is put it under the Anne Arundel County Human Relations Commission in your name when you buy the ticket, if you buy it on Eventbrite, and then we'll be able to identify it that way. Okay.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay.
In the
Move-
past, may I interrupt for a minute?
Yes,
Um,
you may.
Thank you, thank you. In the past, the MLK committee gave a table to the breakfast committee and vice versa. Is that still happening?
No, we are at a critical fund stage with the breakfast committee, so there are no tables being given. There may be a couple of tickets. That'll be about it.
Okay,
All right. Now I'd like to move on to anything that Chanel, Asha left for you to report. Is there anything?
Not at this time, Commissioner or Chairman. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I will make sure that any information Asha was pulled away by a meeting that the county executive asked her to attend and represent the county at. So I will get back to Asha and make sure that if there's if there's a written report that she has, she will get it out. I would encourage everybody again to look at the annual report. It is due this January, and I need any and all feedback on this year on items that we might include in this year's report. And I'll need that by the end of December, first week in January. And again, major items that I think will be in the report that I plan to put in there are there's a graphic on hate bias incidents that will again be updated by the county police force to show where the areas in the county are that have the most prevalence of those kind of incidents. There will be again a request for funding. We continue to put that in our reports. The baseline for funding will be an executive director and an assistant. And also, I believe that given the January 25th documentary showing, and I will say something briefly about that at the end of this, to actually have more than just an alliance with the Anne Arundel County community. Ms. Sorrow can give the correct definition of it, but I might stop at this point in time rambling and ask Ms. Sorrow to talk about one of the activities that we're working with the county on. Ms. Sorrow.
Sure. You want me to talk about the film showing? To update on that, or what?
The film. Yeah, I would. Yeah, you can talk about the film showing, but I also would like you to briefly, and we'll get back to the film showing. I'll ask you to do that.
Okay.
But would you briefly? There's a checkers that we're involved with in the county.
I am actually not familiar with the checker. Is there a project that we're working on? I'm not familiar with that one. Aaron didn't mention that.
Oh, okay. Well, the title of the movie is
Is that a different film? We're doing the Testing the Divide film.
right.
That
Testing. That's what I'm talking about. The testing
Okay.
program in the county.
Oh, sure. Okay. So the Testing the Divide is a film. We talked about it at the last meeting. It's about testing for discrimination in housing, in the purchase of housing, in the rental of housing as well. And so I've been working with Asha and Chanel, have both been doing an incredible job pulling together this event for January 25th. to invite community members to a viewing of the film and then a panel discussion after the film is over, to discuss why testing is important and why rooting out discrimination in the housing process. And it's really the process of getting housing, whether it's purchasing a home or renting a home, and why testing is important. And the reason why we really want to focus on that is the county is we're putting in place a testing program. We're working hard to get that started in our county so that we can identify landlords and brokers and banks that may benefit from some education regarding the laws of both our county and the state regarding not discriminating against individuals who are looking to rent or buy properties. And that we don't have the program up and running yet. We've been working with one organization that has had some staffing difficulties. So we are talking with another that we're hoping will be up and running very soon in the new year to do that testing. And we'll keep folks posted as to the results of the testing, so we can identify where there are some real issues. We'll, I think, be primarily looking at source of income discrimination, because that's the newest protected class, and also racial discrimination and disability discrimination. Is that what you were looking for, Chairman Peterson?
Something? Yes, it was. Is this something that might be enhanced by county funding?
The county is currently funding through ACDS the contracting with an organization to do the testing. So there is some funding for it already.
The county is involved with funding. Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, good to know. So thank you, Ms. Sorrow. And now let me get back to the report. Obviously, in the annual report, as I said, we will put in a need for funding. And I would think that we might, given this presentation and talking about film, also encourage the county to redouble their efforts to make this program effective and useful in the county in terms of educating a variety of people, lenders, renters, owners of single occupant homes who also rent, about these kind of issues and the kind of discrimination that comes, especially income discrimination, which gets back to the age-old question of redlining, and that seems to be still somewhat alive and well. The other thing that I think should also be in the annual report will be some of our accomplishments. So we'll talk about the forum we had on at the Bush Library, addressing issues surrounding. Gosh, I'm going blank on the forum. Somebody help me out.
That forum was
Forum that we
about
held at
critical
Bush.
race theory.
Critical
we had
race
a
theory,
panel.
yes, the critical race theory. Right.
Yes.
We had a
And then,
panel.
of course, we had our Unity Day presentation.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll also have the Unity Day event highlighted in the in accomplishments.
And was the memorial
And
for Perry this year or last?
pardon?
Was the memorial for Mr. Leroy Perry this year or last year? I know
that was last year. So we'll include things like that. And so I'm saying this to say that any other items that folks feel should be in the annual report, please, I'm not asking you to go by at each line, but just take a look at it, browse through it, and then if you have any ideas, send them to me by the end of December, early January, so I can get the report done. Okay, moving on, we do not have a report from Commissioner Hatcher since she has an excused absence. We have no old business. Any items for good and welfare that people want to announce at this time?
If I could just really quickly, I wanted to let folks know that if you're familiar with the Longest Night Memorial that the Anne Arundel and Annapolis Coalition to End Homelessness has done for about the last 10 years, that event will be occurring in person, live and in person again this year after a 2-year absence of doing it in person due to COVID. And that will be on the 21st next week, beginning at 4:30 at People's Park in Annapolis. And for those who don't know, it's a memorial service to remember those who passed away, who were homeless in our community over the past year. So I just want to let people know that that's happening because it's coming back after having been gone for a couple of years.
Is there a link you can send us so we could send out to the commission?
Sure, I will get the flyer out to everyone. I'll have that come out. I'll get that to you, Mr. Peterson or Chairman Peterson tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate that. One other thing I would like to propose is that we not have a January meeting because everybody should be at the film documentary film at Maryland Hall on the 25th. And the panel discussion. So what I'm recommending is that we show up and, as they say colloquially, show out at this event, give it support, and do that in absence of our regularly scheduled January meeting. And I will say that I'm not counting it as a meeting, so we're not taking attendance, but I would really encourage everyone that can to attend the film documentary and panel discussion. I'd entertain any comments on what I'm proposing.
I'd like to make a comment, Mark Apter.
Sure.
One, I saw that came through. I don't know whether it came through from you or somewhere else, and I put it on my calendar, and I will be attending. And it sounds like a great event and a learning opportunity. But I wanted to know if we had decided not to have in-person meetings of our group in 2023. I would recommend that we go back to having them in person. I think there's a lot of benefits that doing it that way when we can. And I would propose that we do.
Okay, I will take that. We've discussed that a number of times, and I'll take it under advisement, and I'll get with Asha and figure out how we would do that, because one of the things that we do when we do it through Zoom is it gets cataloged and it's on the internet and it's available to a large population. Whereas if we meet individually, I'm sure we could have a computer that could allow us to link in and do the same thing, but I have to figure out the logistics of that.
You know, I mean, if we do it at a county office building where that has that, that technology available, I don't see it as a big problem.
Again, I have to talk to Asha about it to figure out the logistics of it.
Okay.
we certainly will take that under advisement.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any further items for discussion or consideration at this point in time? Okay, hearing none. I guess there's general consensus then that we will cancel the January meeting and urge all commissioners to attend the documentary film and panel discussion on January 25th at Maryland Hall.
Yes.
Okay. Do we need
Yes.
a motion to do that? Maybe we need a motion to do that. Make it. Is there a motion to do that?
This is Commissioner Dodoni. I move that we cancel the January 2023 meeting of the Anne Arundel County Human Relations Commission and instead free our commissioners to attend the showing of Crossing the Divide
Yeah.
at
Testing the
Maryland Hall.
divide,
I'm sorry, Testing the Divide
testing the divide.
The divide.
at Maryland Hall that evening.
This is Commissioner Gaskin. I second that motion.
Okay. Got it. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? None opposed? Okay, great. At this point in time, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make such a motion.
Okay. Is there a second?
Commissioner Dodoni seconds the motion.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay, it's non-debatable motion. It's unanimous. Happy holidays, everybody, both in those that are working with us on Zoom and all commissioners. And to use a time-worn phrase from an old song, Feliz Navidad. All right. And thank you all for your help and attendance tonight. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Happy holidays, everyone.
Yes.
Recording stopped.